Thursday, January 30. This is the news on PBCJ. I'm Carol Francis. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kamina Johnson-Smith, says the ministry continues to monitor the welfare of the Jamaican community in China in relation to the spread of the coronavirus across that country. In a release, she noted that the embassy in Beijing has strengthened its outreach to Jamaicans in Wuhan. Mrs. Johnson-Smith says a list of 24-hour hotlines available to foreigners to provide them with assistance and guidance during the crisis has been provided to them. The ministry is encouraging the public to contact the Consular Affairs Department of the ministry to register them at the following telephone numbers: 876-564-4221. That's 876-564-4221 and 876-472-3584. That's 876-472-3584, and also at the following specially designated email address: travel registration at mfaft.gov.jm. That's travel registration at mfaft.gov.jm. Jamaica's health infrastructure is to receive a significant boost with the injection of $50 million. The funding is being provided by the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB. $674,000 has been allocated to carry out design works for the Spanish Town, St. Anne's Bay, and Maypen hospitals. 10 health centers will also benefit. The architectural firm, Project Planning and Management Limited, was awarded the contract for the work.
The health system strengthening program represents this new paradigm, this new approach to health care renewal, tackling not only the badly needed physical upgrade of 3 hospitals and 10 health centers, but also the purchase of new equipment to support the delivery of care and the design and implementation of information systems for health.
We understand that this program is a significant component of a broad reform that aims at facilitating access, reducing disparities, and strengthening and modernizing healthcare services.
Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark says a collective stakeholder effort is needed at all levels to significantly improve Jamaica's anti-money laundering and counter-financing of terrorism framework. Dr. Clark made the call during his address in the House of Representatives. He said extensive measures have already been undertaken to improve the framework, and more remains to be done.
Mr. Speaker, we need a committed national effort involving public and private sector stakeholders, ministries and departments involved in money laundering and terrorism financing, as well as bankers, remittance companies, cambios, lawyers, real estate practitioners, gaming operators, microfinance companies, and their umbrella organizations to work together to significantly improve Jamaica's anti-money laundering and counter-terrorist financing framework.
Dr. Clark says a stronger framework is even more important now given the increased scrutiny from the Financial Action Task Force, FATF. FATF is the global standard setter for combating money laundering and financing of terrorism.
A strong AML-CFT framework, Mr. Speaker, will mean that Jamaica is seen by the world and by our international partners as a diligent global citizen intent on undercutting the underlying primary profit-making motives related to crime, such as corruption, drug trafficking, market manipulation, fraud, tax evasion, along with any avenues used to conceal the proceeds of such crime or to further the reach of criminal enterprises. A strong AML-CFT framework means that Jamaica is no longer willing to allow such activities to generate financial flows that involves the diversion of resources away from economically and socially productive uses for the people of Jamaica. It means that Jamaicans from all walks of life recognize that well-designed and implemented AML-CFT is a way to limit the corrosive, corrupting effect stemming from profitable crime on society and the economic system as a whole.
According to Dr. Clark, in the evaluation for the period 2015-2016, spearheaded by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force, Jamaica was found to have several weaknesses in relation to technical compliance and effectiveness. Since then, Dr. Clark said Jamaica has undertaken a number of measures to implement the required recommendations. These include amendments to the Proceeds of Crime Act and the Terrorism Prevention Act. Jamaica's law enforcement agencies are continually seeking new technologies to strengthen their public safety efforts, including the use of surveillance cameras. Marlon Samuels has more on that effort in this report.
The theory behind the use of public surveillance systems for crime prevention is that potential offenders will refrain from criminal activity if they know they are being watched and at greater risk of apprehension. Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, says by April this year, the capability of the security forces to use cameras for public safety will be strengthened.
Over the period of financial year 2019-20, we have completed the technical audit of all the CCTV cameras, solar systems, and networking connection. We have established an island-wide CCTV monitoring capability of the police, emergency control center, and with the Jamaica Defense Force. We have also completed the construction of new CCTV centers in a number of towns, including Spanish Town, and upgraded and under-standardized the Constabulary Force's CCTV monitoring facilities with additional servers, video walls, and security systems. In the coming weeks, we will complete the replacement of all outdated CCTV cameras that were installed prior to the Jamaica Eye project. Just last week, we would have seen where cameras connected to the Jamaica Eye project were essential to the almost immediate identification of the motor vehicle that was used to mow down a police officer while on duty, find the vehicle and its owner, and then apprehend the miscreant who was driving the vehicle.
The cameras are being used to alert police of crimes and potential dangerous situations as they occur. They will provide crucial information that can help police determine the safest way in which to respond. Another device being provided to the police is a multi-purpose device which has smartphone capabilities.
This, Mr. Speaker, this will now become the policeman's most important tool, not a 9mm. We give policemen 9mm and send them on the street, and when they attack and they shoot somebody, we lock them up. It was unfair to the police officers or young professionals. This equipment is a Motorola 11 Lex 2. This is a Motorola 11 Lex 2, which has the capacity to connect with the microwave system. It has smartphone capabilities, and to be used, it will carry a decibel meter that will allow them to monitor public conduct and noise at all times of the day. It has built into it the capacity to write traffic tickets on this equipment, and it is recorded the ticket real time connected. We have 100 operations. We have ordered 1,200. We have, you can get one. The printer can be in the car, and it can be installed on a new belt that the police will give them, a new uniform. And when they stop a traffic ticket, they print the ticket and hand it to them immediately.
Dr. Chang also said that the PCF will be acquiring new motor vehicles and motorcycles as it beefs up its response capabilities. For the news on PBCJ, I am Marlon Samuels.
Come March 31, operations at the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica, PCJ, is to be wound up, but the future of its main subsidiary, PetroJam, will be subject to further consultations and parliamentary deliberations to determine its future. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Energy, Carol Palmer, revealed the timeline on Wednesday at a meeting of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PAAC, where the second supplementary estimates for 2019-2020 were reviewed.
The PCJ is scheduled for wind-up as at the 31st of March, 2020. So all actions, all the transition activities prescribed by the Transformation Implementation Unit of the Ministry of Finance are in full gear.
The PCJ's closure was announced last September in the aftermath of scandal that rocked the state-run Petrojam. Ms. Palmer said that the recommendations came out of the strategic review of the refinery, which was ordered by Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
The entities that remain will be wound up. PEL is being wound up for the same date. JARS we are dealing with in a different manner because JARS is 51% owned by BP, British Petroleum, and Petrojam is going to be subject to the consultation and the parliamentary debate that must ensue.
National Energy Solutions Limited, another subsidiary of the PCJ, which has also come under parliamentary and public scrutiny over its operations, was wound up last November. There's good news for motorists at the pumps. Gas prices are down by 98 cents. The state-owned oil refinery Petrojam says E1087 will sell for $121.75 per litre and a litre of E1090 for $124.58. Automotive diesel oil has also declined, down by 66 cents to sell for $129.89 per litre. Kerosene will go down by $1.28 to sell for $106.18 per litre. Propane cooking gas has moved by a mere cent per litre to sell for $35.55. Butane, on the other hand, has gone up by $3.06 and is now selling for $50.04 per litre. The US dollar on Wednesday, January 29, ended trading at $140.91, up by 12 cents. The Bank of Jamaica's daily exchange trading summary shows that the Canadian dollar ended trading at $104.78, down from $109.74. The British pound sterling ended trading at $182.28, up from $182.13. The United States Geological Survey yesterday reported that an earthquake with a magnitude of 5.1 occurred near Jamaica less than 24 hours after the island was rocked by a major quake. It said that the quake was located 113 kilometers northwest of Lucy in Jamaica and was felt also in the Bahamas, Cuba, and Haiti. The tremor occurred at 9:53 in the morning at a depth of 10 kilometers. On Tuesday, an earthquake with a 7.7 magnitude occurred between Jamaica and Cuba, triggering fears of a tsunami in several Caribbean countries, including Jamaica and the Cayman Islands. As in the case, there were no reports of damage or injury. Recently, Prime Minister Andrew Holness met with the Jamaica College robotics team at Jamaica House. Mr. Holness said he was very impressed with the work being done by the youngsters. During their visit, he presented the team with a donation from the Positive Jamaica Foundation to assist their participation in the first Tech Challenge competition next month.
Obviously, artificial intelligence embedded in robots will be the future, and what you're doing is that you are on the cutting edge of this future of technology, and you're doing it in a way that it is not necessarily mainstreamed in your regular curriculum, but this is part of your extracurricular activity. Engineering is a very critical part of what we are trying to develop in our society. So we need more engineers, we need more persons who are able to program and code, because that is going to be obviously the way of the future. So I want to commend Jamaica College and indeed all the other schools that have started to infuse STEM in a significant way in their curriculum and who have developed these extracurricular activities to promote science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I think you're doing a wonderful job.
I deal with young men who are amazing Sir, I'm telling you, these gentlemen do it all by themselves, from the drawing to the meetings, to the ordering of parts, to the testing. And recently they have become huge mentors.
We have to get our young men into things like this that excites them, that is more aligned to how you are wired to learn, that captures your attention. And the more young people we have involved in this, I can assure you, it's the less of them that will be involved in gangs. So this is very positive. I'm going to make my little contribution to your endeavor. It's a very small contribution, but it is to demonstrate the support. STEM is a positive thing for Jamaica, and we are always willing to stand behind what is positive for Jamaica.
This week on Culinary Trails, we head back to 74 Lady Musgrave Road in Kingston to taste the ital food being dished out at Veggie Campus. Our reporter Simone Absalom got there right in time for lunch.
It's one of the cheapest vegetarian food in the island, best believe me. If you go anywhere and get this style of food, can't pay for it.
So I'm about to chat with Aaron. He's a chef here at Veggie Campus. Thanks so very much for agreeing to speak with us, sir.
Give thanks.
All right, so tell us about Veggie Campus.
Well, Veggie Campus is all about providing people accessibility to good food, not just vegan or vegetarian food, but just good food, isn't it? Every single time. I think that's one of our strongholds. We are leading in flavor, style, creativity all around. That's where Veggie Campus is the #1 go-to spot for vegan food right now in Kingston.
Tell us about the menu.
Our menu changes daily, like every single day our menu changes. One thing that really rotates is like, let's say for instance, a cauliflower wing. That's one of our most famous dishes. Isn't people love the cauliflower. We also do stews. Today I did a split pea stew, served with chocha, so we call it a split pea surprise. Days we do like garlic mashed potato. Some days we do rice. We try to do pasta, try to do both gluten-free and gluten pasta. We also try to do salads as well. Today I made a pineapple and kale salad. So we try to keep it balanced and versatile. I personally feel like we cater to the world because since being at this local spot, people have come here, taste their food from all different places of the world. People from Jamaica, different parishes, so it's not just one specific person or a specific age group because I have cooked for people in their 80s, 70s, 40s, 30s, 20s, and children, so it doesn't really specify.
What makes your dishes different from other vegan places?
The style and image. For me, I'll if I cook the food, if it have a certain image, I'm not going to sell it or serve it, and if it have a certain image in the pot, by the time you come out the pot, I create the image so it can be more pleasing to your eye. When you eat with the eye, your soul gets satisfied, and you start to smell it, you start to say, alright, cool, I eat that, so smell, style, image, and taste. Food of a clap in all spectrum,
What kind of vibe can they expect here at Veggie Campus?
We all carry the energy of the places, we walk with energy. So Nella right there. People come here and sit down in the chair and can't move. It's either because of the conversations, it's because of the food. I just want to steer power, isn't it? I just want to say, John, no, start them better like food. Yo, them shut!
types of drinks?
Some days I have a variety of juice, like the June plum, star fruit, jimbalin, or five finger, as some Jamaicans will call it, beetroot, ribena, cucumber, and sometimes some peanut punch and Irish mustard. So we're kind of versatile in the juice area too, because I mean, what is a meal without a nice, proper, healthy juice? So this is Iron, chef at Veggie Campus. I'm inviting you out to come try the food. You see me? And you won't be mistaken. Trust me word upon it. They were good. Vegetarian food, affordable, creativity. Can't miss. You see me?
If you ever want to try straight vegan food, your first stop should be Veggie Campus. See you next time on Culinary Trails.
And in sports, we kick off with football. Jamaica's Reggae Girls suffered a 1-0 defeat to Mexico despite a spirited display in their opening Group B contest of the CONCACAF Women's Olympic qualifiers on Wednesday night. Head coach Hubert Busby and his Reggae Girls are cursing their luck as the lone goal of the game was initiated by an unforced error. The Jamaicans are now left to play catch-up if they are to secure one of 2 spots from the group to the semi-finals and remain in contention for qualification to the Tokyo Olympics later this year. But their next assignment will not be easy as they face Canada on Saturday. And staying with football, concerns are high in the Reggae Girls camp over the health of prolific striker and captain Khadija Bunny Shaw. Shaw is undergoing medical tests following a clash of heads with a Mexican defender during their CONCACAF Women's Olympic qualifier Group B fixture in Mexico on Wednesday. While the Mexican player walked away from the incident, which occurred in time added on, the big Jamaican forward was taken to hospital. Mexico won the contest 1-0, courtesy of a 36-minute strike from Renee Collier. And that's our package. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same place, for more news and sports right here on PBCJ, the People's Station.